How you like that?
Kindly state your name.
It's Thom and Jeff.
Well, I think these guys are pretty darn dope. Dope.
Check for sound.
What?
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Yeah. Podcast number 41. I think we're still having fun. I feel like I just got blown out of a cannon. And there's a smoldering cannonball sitting in the middle of a field somewhere just going, was that fun? I think it was.
What a great weekend, right?
Oh, wow.
You got to encapsulate the whole thing and go, wow, what a hell of 2 months.
Oh, the Cards won, the Rams won, Mizzou won, the Blues. Oh, no, wait a minute.
Well, almost.
3 out of 4 ain't bad, right?
And those aren't even the biggest stories of the day.
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
That's
I've never
Vito
heard that.
Corleone.
I'm the new guy. Do not fuck with me.
That's a coach. You probably don't even
That's
recognize
my
his
Halloween voice.
What the hell happened to you?
I had a rough weekend.
Yeah?
I did some yelling on Thursday and some yelling on Friday and some pub crawling on Saturday. A lot of pub crawling.
Yeah.
Some recovering on Sunday.
And liver dialysis on Sunday.
And now I have no voice whatsoever, so just bear with me.
What the hell are you doing here then? Why are you here?
Because I'm an asshole like that.
That's a good point.
He does have a really, really good point.
Yeah, he really. So a good show for you today. Obviously, breaking news happened not too long ago. Tony La Russa's done. So if we can get this done quickly, I got an interview to do down at Busch Stadium. I got my resume.
Well, you got your coaching staff right around the table right here.
I'll be the hitting
coach. You're gonna do be the third base coach. Okay,
Yes, I
just
will.
send everybody.
Well, Albert won't look at me anyway, so whatever.
So we'll talk about that in sports. It's pretty exciting news, though. And I got a couple of opinions on who I think should be the new coach. I'm sure everybody does, right?
Oh, yes.
Got a couple of ideas in their head. Here, I'm just going to run down the names of the breaks today, because this is one of those days where the show sheet itself is almost as entertaining as the show. Ready? Want some AIDS?
Sure.
Skydiving?
No.
Nope. Tattoo removal. Now, this one I want to explain, because I don't know if you saw this yet, Tom. Did you see the before and after pictures of this guy yet?
I haven't got a chance to. It didn't load on my thing.
It's this guy who was a big-time white supremacist, racist, just his entire life. He was very, very well known in the white supremacy world, and he's had an epiphany, and he says that the black people aren't so bad after all. Unfortunately, he had tattoos all over his neck and face, like covering his entire face. So he went through 16 months of laser surgery. And we got the before and after pictures. There's like 8 pictures, was there? Over 16 months. It's pretty amazing. It's really amazing how he looks now as opposed to what he looked like. It's like Mike Tyson. You know, the one thing on Mike Tyson's face? Sure. He had that all over his face. And now it's all gone. Is there a
scar?
Yes.
It looks like he's been out in the sun a long time.
Now, seeing the before and after pictures doesn't look like it. But like when you see the pictures of him at home, you start to see like the scar. They probably make-upped him a little bit.
Yeah, I would imagine so, yeah. And they documented the whole thing, and it was on MSNBC, I think. I forget what it was called, Removing Hate or something to that effect. And they show him leaving the screening for a bunch of his friends, and that's where you can really kind of see.
Were the sores weeping?
They were while he was going through it, yes. They're not now, though.
It's nasty looking.
Yeah, it really is. Christian University has you sign off on not having any fun your entire life just so you could work there?
Yeah.
Somebody gets busted having sex in a car, $17 blowjob.
I like both of those.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Cold medicine sales are sky high in St. Charles. Gee, I wonder why. Apple TV is Steve Jobs, I guess, his legacy. It could be, right?
That's what he left behind.
And dining and dashing on the first date is also fun. And booze at Eureka High School.
No.
Yeah, who's the D-bag that told on everybody?
You know, I've always wanted to dine and dash. Just once.
Who's the guy in the corner over there hitting his head?
He can't get out.
I don't know, but he owes table $311.
Just wander around the women's restroom. What's he doing?
David Freese is just living the life of, well, an MVP, a World Series MVP.
As well he should.
Yeah, celebrity wrap-up coming up, some emails. We actually got a video to watch during the email segment, too. All right, Scotty, 2 things that we need to talk with you about. First of all, the changes in the website.
Yes.
Everything is now on the ThomandJeffShow.com, is that correct?
Yes, the ThomandJeffShow.com, obviously Tom with an H. I believe that myThomandJeff.com, the former address, and the TAJ show blog will also forward to this new one. So you will end up where you're supposed to be, but put the ThomandJeffShow.com in your brains.
There you go.
That's where it's going to be.
Now, once you're there, everything is there for you. You got the rundown of each show. You got one click to where the podcasts are, old ones and new ones, correct?
Correct. There's a couple links at the top, and obviously this is still a work in progress for me adding some stuff. If you go to podcasts and just click the podcast button, you'll get the TAJ show blog style of the
Rundown of what's on the show.
Yeah, rundown of what's on the show from Chelsea. And if you're under podcasts as well, you can go to archives, which gives you a download thing, and then it lines up like it used to on the My Thom and Jeff when you would go and you'd see them all just lined up without any explanation. It's just the number TAJ Podcast 31 would say. And then there's also a schedule for live appearances, which we have a live appearance we'll be talking about here today. And the links are the same, and the contact email will now be show@thethomanjeffshow.com.
There you go.
And that's about all I got to say. Right, and there's a donate button up there still, so that's good.
That should be really, really big. That should take up like half the page,
Should
right?
be the top header.
And we need to put that dong in there. Just for people so they feel like they've done something. Hey, I just gave $2. I should get a dong.
Dong. All right, so the next live show will be, looks like November 9th at Ballyhoo.
Yes, sir.
And we're not completely sure about all the specifics about it yet. But it is November 9th. It is at Ballyhoo. We're thinking probably from 8 to 9 is when we'll do the show. And then after that, more importantly, Stripper Pole Showdown.
Yes, sir.
And where we're going to get girls up on, I guess they got a stripper pole there, and whoever does the best stripper pole routine is going to win something, right?
Whoever does the best whatever is going to win whatever.
And Coach is actually going to enter.
Right.
Yes, I am.
The information on the night at Ballyhoo as far as the Stripper Pole Showdown can be found on a Facebook page for Ballyhoo, correct?
Right, and it's just Stripper Pole Showdown.
Stripper Pole, Facebook.com/Stripper Pole Showdown.
I know they're raffling off like a $500 tattoo, and there's some other things involved. We're just waiting for all the final details because this is kind of last minute to us, but
Sounds
we
like
will be there.
A Rev Theory song, Stripper Pole Showdown. I'm on the stripper pole.
Either way, just put in your brain and in your daily planner there, November 9th, Ballyhoo, and we'll be there, and we'll have some strippers doing the stripper pole thing. It'll be a good time, right? Mm-hmm. You got the video ready for the emails?
I can get that ready there
right,
real quick.
Let's do some emails. I'll make that one last. That'll help you, sir.
Okay. Listen up, mail call.
Well, let's read some emails, shall we?
I've got mail.
Mail call. Gather round, everyone.
You got mail, maggot.
Mail call, sir. Oh, the mail's in.
I got mail. Yay!
We got a video sent in by a listener that we're going to watch here in a little while, and apparently you have pulled it up because of the way you're turning your head
It
away.
just looks fucking nasty.
This is from Mike. I have three things to make a cashier blush: a copy of Captain America, lotion, and a bundle of bananas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess he had a good Friday.
Also, I have a yes game for Thom to ask Jeff. Jeff, is it true that every time you make a Mitch comment that you envision Thom sticking it in your pooper and tearing you a new one like a girl on prom night? Yes.
Can I steal that?
Sure.
We're going to do that one.
That was well written.
That's pretty good. Last thing is a shirt idea for Coach, and it's a Coach shirt that says, "Coach is my eye on sports."
Ion Sports with Coach.
I love it.
We need to have an Ion button.
There you go.
Perfect.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work. That's from Mike. Good email, Mike. Hi, guys. This is from Jessica. I apologize for not donating yesterday when I got paid, but between all the sleep Thursday and Cardinals fever, I managed to accomplish absolutely nothing. Anyway, thanks for the entertainment. Much love, especially to Thom. He needs a little lovin' too. And that's from Jessica C. Taylor. Thanks to Jessica C. Taylor. Sup, Thom. Sup, Jeff. I've constantly been telling friends to email the point and complain about your leaving in hopes of getting you guys back. Not going to happen. Whether they listen or not, I still do it. I've sent a few emails myself. They could have been a bit nicer and more well-spoken, but them saying you guys were gone was fighting words. Since you guys left, I've completely stopped listening to the point I deleted their iPhone app. I removed the website from my computer's bookmarks bar completely. In other words, they completely lost a listener by getting rid of you. Still wishing the best of luck to you guys and still hoping to hear you in my car and at work again, no matter the station, as long as it's the same you guys as you guys have always been. Sincerely, Bradley. Thank you very much, Bradley. Appreciate
Brad,
that.
just go to the ThomandJeffShow.com. Solve all your problems.
And there's going to be a link to this
Therapy
particular
Tuesdays.
video right there. What's up, guys? The podcast kick ass, and they made my trip to Omaha fly by. I love when you guys watch the Pop That Zit videos, so I figured I'd send you this video. My buddy on 4th of July forgot to throw his bottle rocket, and this was the end result. Keep up the good work. And can't wait to buy you guys a beer at the next live podcast.
Oh, so this is from like one of those big rockets?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was trying to
What are we
figure
going to
out.
describe to everybody what we're going to say?
Well, I was looking at it here while you were talking. I'm like, God, I can't. I didn't know what it was. His fingers are like completely fucked.
So it's not him actually shooting it off. It's just
No, it looks like he's on a hospital sheet or something.
God.
But I was trying to figure out what it is. It's actually a burn. I mean, he's fucking roasted.
so it's not a video, it's just a picture.
No, oh no, it's a video.
Oh, it is?
It's a video. I don't know what the video is going to do, but here we go.
That is nasty.
The hell of a way to start a day.
No! No!
no, what are they gonna do?
No! It's green!
No, that's the sheet. That's the sheet. What it is, it's a big burn blister.
In there, buddy? Yeah.
He said you got some colors in there, buddy. Now, this ain't as bad as the pimples for some reason.
No, it just hurts.
Oh, my God.
You can't put Neosporin on that.
You can't put aloe on it either.
Oh, they gotta get the scissors out?
Everybody at work wanted me to.
Oh,
my God.
Hold on. Oh, he's peeling it.
Fuck that! Oh my God!
Oh my God, that's his finger under there.
Oh my God!
Okay, I'm done. Is everyone else done?
I was
We're
way
pretty
done.
much done with
Oh,
that.
Oh
God.
my fucking God. It's called Pus Blister on YouTube. If you'd like to check that out.
I would like to put that link up on our on the show blog if we could.
Let me copy that and I'll email it to you. How's that, buddy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
happy 4th of July.
I'll get the blood pumping for the show.
You want a natty daddy?
Wow. Some bitch.
So there's that.
Yeah, he ain't going to be using that as his jerk off hand anytime soon.
that is
That
just
right now.
fucking
Quit surfing TMZ on the clock, douchebag. It's Celebrity Wrap-Up with Thom and Jeff.
Kim Kardashian will file for divorce this morning. She was married all of 72 days.
That wasn't a publicity stunt, was it?
Of course, Chris Humphries, the basketball player, even though the marriage was short, she will not seek an annulment. They can't make up their mind whether they like each other or not, I guess.
That's a good reason to get married.
So she's not going to do an annulment. She's going to sue him for money.
Right.
The couple has a prenup, so Kim made sure of that, and no details as to why, other than
I guarantee it was just a publicity stunt.
the wedding. The wedding alone cost $10 million.
Yeah, well, she didn't pay for it, though.
Well, no, but still, it's came out of somebody's pocket. I would
Right.
imagine her mom.
No, I'm talking about whoever took all the pictures and got all the publicity out of it, like a People magazine or an ETV.
yeah,
those
there's
are
that.
those are the
Okay,
people
I
that paid
gotcha.
for them.
Yeah.
I never watched this program, but my kids always did this. John and Kate plus 8.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever watch that?
I saw a few of
I
them.
mean, my
never
kids got
watched
the DVDs and like would fall asleep to them at night.
Really?
There for a year or so. And then there was after John and Kate plus 8. Then there was Kate plus 8 after John and Kate divorced. It was just her and her kids. That got canceled. There's another TV show called 17 Kids and Counting.
Yeah, I've seen that one too. I mean, that's ridiculous.
And then there's one called Table for 12. Have you seen that one?
Uh-uh.
What do all these shows have in common?
They need to buy rubbers.
There's that. They're all on TLC, obviously. There was an editor that was on all these programs, 56-year-old William Blankenship, who's going to be going to jail for child porn. All of these TV shows.
Child porn.
Yeah, all of these TV shows involve little bitty kids, obviously. And
so was he showing shit of these kids that they were videotaping?
No, and the companies that produce these TV shows, they put out a statement saying Bill Blankenship was employed by Serious Robots, with whom Figure 8 Films subcontracted for editing services. Upon learning of the shocking allegations, his employment has been terminated, and they also say that at no time did he have any direct contact with any of the kids in any of these TV shows. But charges related to possession of imagery of sexual activity of a minor, or more bluntly, it's child pornography, and he's going to be going away for a long time. 10 counts of sex exploit of a minor, which means he had possession of video and pictures of minors engaged in sex. Not just a naked 8-year-old, but minors actually having the intercourse.
Made it through television lawyers, made it through everything. How does that happen?
I don't know. 56 years old. He got busted on October 21st. So he's going to go away for a long, long time.
What a douche.
Yeah. Lindsay Lohan's scheduled back in jail or in court on Wednesday, where she could go to jail, even though she put in 24 hours at the morgue. She was only required to do 16.
Isn't it nice of her to be an overachiever?
The big question is whether she violated her probation. The judge has the ability to throw the book at her, and she could face over a year in jail. She's hoping that it's only going to be a couple weeks. We'll find out.
Don't you think that eventually somebody's got to throw the book at her? Even though she's not, even if she gets sentenced to a year in jail, she'll only be there a month or two at the very, very most because of overpopulation and because of who she is. But doesn't somebody need to make her realize that the shit's serious eventually? Don't you think?
You would think so, yeah.
But I don't know.
Again, she's got some money, and I guess that's what money affords you.
I guess so. Coach, you ready to talk sports?
I'm ready.
I said, are you sure?
I know I sound ready, so let's roll.
It's time for the bench warming 2-minute drill from the bleachers on the back 9 extra innings. Touchdown. Sports.
You know what's really funny is the Rams beat one of the best teams in the NFL. And everybody's talking about Cardinal baseball and La Russa.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
The Rams are definitely second fiddle.
Well, it's funny because everybody has been saying, thank goodness the Cardinals are in the playoffs because the Rams suck so bad, but nobody's talking about them. They're having this shitty-ass season, but it doesn't matter. Now it's exactly reversed. They finally do something good, and nobody's talking about them.
Oh, yeah, and that's just the story of the Rams season, but they come up with a big, big win, and Sam Bradford wasn't even playing.
I loved how Steven Jackson afterwards said, this would have happened to any team. It doesn't matter who we played. This was just our week. I don't care who we played.
Okay.
We would have ran over anybody. Okay, Steven.
Well, what do you expect him to say?
Right. He got fired up. Did you watch any of that?
Yeah, I mean,
he was fired up.
To tell you the truth, I mean, the Bears weren't on. There was nothing to do, and I was kind of like, okay, the Rams. And I kind of find myself going, go Rams.
Right.
I feel bad because I didn't even watch. I didn't even care, and then they won.
Well, I tuned in right at the beginning. I thought, I'm going to give it the first quarter and see how much, it's going to be 21-0 by the first quarter's over, and it almost was, but the exact opposite team was winning that I thought was going to be winning. So.
Yeah, the game went the way you'd think it would have went, but the other score.
Yeah. So let's get to the big story of the day.
Man.
Tony La Russa, 9 o'clock this morning, said, hey, I'm done.
Did anyone see that coming? He was so laid back yesterday afternoon in his speech at the parade. I've never seen him in the whole 16 years that he's been here. I've never seen him so loose and so just upbeat and smiling and laughing. And I just assumed, it's because he won the World Series. I think he was just relaxed because he knew, hey, my run is over.
Yeah.
I'm going out a winner.
Well, it should be noted, too, that Mozeliak was interviewed as well, and he said they knew about this since August.
They've known since August, yeah.
Yeah.
La Russa said it back in August, and that had to feel funny going through the entire postseason, all the dramatics, knowing that this was it.
Yeah, and I think in true Tony La Russa fashion, he didn't want any of the players to know because he didn't want it to be about him.
Nope.
And they also made a good point that if he would have told them and then they didn't go all the way or they didn't make the playoffs, and it'd have been like, oh, well, he was a distraction. You know, you can't.
Right.
So here's my question. First of all, who does everybody think should be the next manager of the Cardinals? And then who do you think it will be?
Well, whoever it is.
Obviously, really, really early to tell.
Well, yeah, of course. Whoever it is, he's got to have managerial experience because it is so difficult to replace a legend. You know, you look at when Whitey Herzog left in the middle of 1990. Joe Torre never had a chance here.
Right.
You know, you look at when Tommy Lasorda left. Bill Russell never had a chance.
Or whoever's on our old time slot on the radio right now. I mean, how do you replace us?
Well,
I thought you were going with who. It's kind of like replacing Howard Stern. I mean, we were approached for that,
right.
And we went, no,
thank you.
In the mornings.
In the morning, and
it's just too difficult to replace a legend. And I think whoever it is had better have some managerial experience, like a Terry Francona. Who the Red Sox just let go.
I don't think he's Cardinal material.
And he may not be. I tell you, the guy that you keep hearing the name, and I don't know what his contract situation is like in Tampa Bay, but Joe Madden is the name that I keep hearing. And I think he would be quite the fit here.
Yeah, I do too. I think and you could get him.
Oh, I'm sure you
just
could.
have to do a trade, kind of like what they did for Isaac Ian.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I say Okendo.
That's who I think. I mean, that's who tugs at your heartstrings at least. I mean, the guy's been around forever.
I just don't
too
think he's,
much.
Yeah, I don't think he's that guy.
You don't think so?
Okay.
It'd be cool, but I don't know.
I think it might help depending on who goes how the chips fall. I think it might help keeping Albert here too, because all over TV and radio today this morning, everybody was saying, oh, it's the most wanted job in baseball, and everybody wants this job, and who wouldn't want this job, and blah blah blah. But look at it this way: if you're interviewing for the job and you don't know Albert's status, would you like be the first manager that doesn't have Albert on the team?
No,
wouldn't that? Don't you know what I mean?
No, I don't think you would. But it's still a good job for a guy like a Madden because his payroll more than doubles.
Right.
You know, those types of things. I'll tell you another name, and he's been a name that he's never managed, but he's been a managerial name for years, is former Cardinal Terry Pendleton.
Yeah.
I think that there's a chance that he might show up and be in the interview mix, if nothing else.
See, I just think
I really feel like Vito Corleone is doing our sports today.
Talk baseball with the Godfather. You know what? I grew up in the Bronx. I love the Yankees. Man.
I thought it was weird. It was last week. I was listening to ESPN and they had Riggleman on.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's another one.
And he was talking about how he was, he had to leave Washington when he did, but he's looking and he's confident that he's going to be in a uniform, next year. And then I kind of went, that's interesting. And then it happens today. I was like, I wonder if he was pining for the job. Like, why would ESPN just throw Riggleman on just for grins?
Right. Does this affect Pujols?
I think it totally does.
I think it does.
I think
but Pujols knew that his contract was gonna outlive the manager's contract.
Yeah, but
anyway.
that's not what Scott's saying. Is what Scott's saying?
I think it'll affect.
Does it affect his want or desire to stay in St. Louis?
It shouldn't.
I hope not.
Everything he says is, I want to be with a winning organization. So
it is a winning organization.
But going forward, though, the manager is a huge change to the organization, don't you think?
Yeah, but you still have your core. You still have a bunch of players that are still. I mean, and arguably without Albert, they're still competitive.
Absolutely. Well, then if you think it's all about the players, then who gives a crap who the manager is?
Well, I mean, if Albert
says, plays a part,
but if Albert says it's all about the fans, which he said several times too, that he loves playing here, it's a great city to play for, and then it shouldn't be all about the manager. I would hope, I'm with Tom, I would hope that it doesn't affect him and his decision. I would hope that he's already got that decision somewhat made.
And if he makes the wrong decision, are you going to send old Vinny out to cap him?
Maybe you need to go talk to Albert. Yeah,
he's going to find a horse head by his bed.
He's on the phone to Luca Brasi.
Do you think that if he already has his decision, you don't think this affects it at all?
I don't. It shouldn't.
So if it came down to taking $5-10 million less, but staying here and then now he doesn't know who the manager is going to be. You don't think that weighs in his mind at all?
He's probably
he'll think about it, but it shouldn't. I mean, if he loves playing here and he doesn't want to uproot his family, he'll play here.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say you would think that, not that it all rests with him, but Albert would be kept up to date on what's going on as far as the manager of the
Hell, they'll probably let him pick him.
Yeah.
And we'll give you an extra $10 million on your contract.
Albert, you can just manage the club. You call the hit and runs anyway.
Yeah, he's just a player manager.
You know, I've heard situations where they might offer him percentage of the team as far as ownership on this contract if he in fact stays with St. Louis.
They used to be, I think. Well, this isn't as big of a deal now as it was back in the day. But they gave Ozzie Smith a distributorship. A beer distributorship too. That was part of his contract one time. I do believe. Yeah, he was the first. Ozzie was the first $3 million a year player. I think that's what it was.
So. Could there be a player manager?
I guess so.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose did
Pete Rose was the last one to do it. I don't know in this day that it would work.
Well, let's see how Albert did on that hit and run. Did he?
He is over one. That's the one we know about, right? LaRussa said that he has had that ability all year long. So who knows? But yeah. That's he definitely was 0-for-1 on that one.
And then I'm thinking Tony said as much that, you know, he's not officially done. He's taking a break and he's leaving the organization. He doesn't manage again, does he?
I wouldn't think so.
He ain't going to pull a Vermeil on us, is he? and take Pujols to the Cubs.
I got my money on him being the next commissioner of baseball. That's right.
Wow.
Okay.
I
don't think that he wants to leave the game.
No. I think the next commissioner of baseball. I mean, it's not like I came up with that idea. I heard someone else say it, but I think it makes sense because he was on that committee. And Bud Selig has said that he wants to retire soon. Guy's 87 years old or whatever he is.
I think the best job would just be a consultant. Yeah. Hey, I'll come in here. I'll look at what you got. I'll spend, I don't know, a couple hours for a week. And you go ahead and cut that check and I'll pick it up. You know,
when I leave.
When I leave.
When I get there, I needed that up front.
We can do all that over Skype while I'm sitting at home. That'll be fine.
Or if I'm at the resort, of course, all my breakfast is covered.
Sure. And 18 holes. Sure. That makes sense, right? Thom sent me this story about the goings-on over at Eureka High School. And it just smells of somebody being a douchebag.
Yeah, 10 Eureka High School students have been suspended from fall sports and activities after someone sent the administrators pictures of students with booze that have been posted on Facebook. Of course, they took the time to figure out exactly who the students were. They got them all cornered, and now they've been slapped on the hand and said, "You are in trouble." 41 students, more than 24 photos. I mean, first of all, hey, dumbasses, don't put pictures of yourself drinking booze on your Facebook page, right? I mean, that's mistake number 2. Mistake number 1 was drinking underage because none of us in this room ever did that. Well, I'm just thinking, can you imagine if someone took a picture of you at one of those crazy high school parties that we've all been to?
I mean, how many times did you just drive from party to party just with a cooler, just dragging a cooler behind you?
Yeah, Schmidt's having a party.
Right.
O'Connell. You going to O'Connell's? No, O'Connell's is dead. Let's go over here.
That's so funny you said Schmidt because in my senior year in high school, that was the dude's house everybody went to. Oh, my God, yeah.
And then the big thing was if somebody, usually a girl, went to somebody either, in the district, but it was a different high school. Like, I know someone over at South.
Right.
Let's try to go over there. Dude, we're going to get our asses kicked. The front line, the offensive line is there. Don't worry, I got your back. So you walk into the party with a 6-pack and some sort of instrument in your back pocket ready for anybody to jump.
Right.
What kind of instrument?
A shiv.
Usually a flashlight, and then I thank God I never had to use it, but if I ever did, I went, oh great, I got a fucking flashlight. This is really gonna fucking help.
So these were sent in by a quote unquote concerned parent. And it's fine if you're gonna be that parent, and I can't say that when my 12-year-old is in high school, if I see pictures of her and her friends drinking, booze, I'm not gonna, say something to somebody, but don't be a pussy and be anonymous like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I know you had a friend, and I had a friend whose parents were absolutely cool with it. I can remember on many occasions just going over to my buddy's parents' house It's like, all right, you know, you had to put your keys in the basket.
That's how my parents were, yeah.
And it was a whole thing. And do what you need to do, but it's going to be under my supervision. But that leads to problems, especially today too.
Sure,
not that it didn't back then, but even more so.
It's more prevalent now. Now there's rules to where the parents can get busted, go to jail. There's Facebook now. There's Twitter now, where everybody can get in trouble that much faster and that much easier.
And let's be honest. Your kid drinking, if that's all that your kid is doing is having a few beers on a Friday night, that's you consider yourself pretty fucking lucky.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because if you're not there, the drinking can lead to drugs, which can lead to all kinds of other things. Yeah. So if it's just a couple of stags out by the bonfire, hey, who cares?
You don't want to take your daddy's Audi coupe down to North City and cruise around.
Probably not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
I remember getting busted by the cops one time. We were out at some park, Crestwood Park. I don't know. Anyway, we had scored these Mickey's Big Miles. Remember those?
I love Mickey's. The only problem with Mickey's is it gave you green shits.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I always had green shits. So who knew?
That reminds me. When I was in college, somebody was asking me, what do you think colors look like? And they were asking me, I said, okay, you describe to me, what does green look like? He said, a Mickey's shit.
It's true.
Really? That is so funny that you said that.
I don't remember that at all. That's funny.
I mean, I learned
kind
how
of
to
looks like the bottle.
Exactly, and I learned how to muscle them down. I got used to the taste. Wow. I was like, here it comes. And every
that
Saturday
happens when you eat Lucky Charms, too.
Well, you don't. It doesn't help when you put a slinger on top of it either. But whether it be Saturday or Sunday morning, you go.
That's not green shit. That's green slime.
Yeah. Well, you remember in high school, it was like, or at least it was with me anyway. Whatever beer you could score, whatever you could find,
fine with me.
It was good. Well, we happened to get like a case of Mickey's Big Mouth or a 12-pack or something, and there was 4 of us. Myself, a guy friend of mine, and each of our significant others at the time. We went to Kirkwood Park or something, and we were just throwing a Frisbee back and forth in the middle of the afternoon, drinking beer, smoking weed, and this cop rolls up and checked all of our IDs. We were all 16, 17, 18, whatever it was, and this was the most painful thing because he didn't take our booze and he didn't take our weed. He made us dump every single bottle, and then he took our weed and dumped it in the ground and made us stomp on it and rub it into the ground. And didn't write us any sort of possession check, didn't call our parents, nothing. He said, that should be painful enough. Have a good day. Like, son of a bitch. Thank God I got more weed in the car.
Thank God you didn't find
Thank God you didn't check this particular location.
We were talking about dining and dashing earlier.
Sorry.
There's a couple in Vero Beach that went out on their first date, and they go to TGI Fridays, and they dine and dash. I don't know what that's supposed to prove to your first date, that you're cool, that you're above the law.
Or that you're cheap.
First of all, TGI Fridays.
A bit of adventure for the first date, something that you'll never forget in jail.
Well, Devin is 18 and Sydney is 19. And they were drinking out on the patio, or I'm sorry, eating out on the patio of TGI Fridays, and he just said, "Hey, you know what? Let's take off." And they took off, and they were both arrested, and it looks like they're going to spend some time behind bars too. And here's what they ran out on.
And Lindsay Lohan is free.
Yeah, no doubt. $25.16. That's what they ran out on. I can't believe they're going to spend time behind bars for that bill. That's crazy. $25.16. I did it one time at Denny's. You know the Denny's at Watson and Lindbergh?
Yes,
that one right there. That one right there.
Have you ever done where you went and got gas or something and then pulled away not paying for it and thinking, oh shit, you thought you used the card? Or I did that once and I got pulled over like within 3 blocks of where I got gas, and I'm like, what do you mean I paid with the card? What do you? Because I'm not going to steal the gas. And the cop said, well, no, they just called and said that you took off and they had your license plate, and I was right here and saw you, so I got you. And I said, well, he didn't get me. I apologize, And he said, well, why don't you go back there and take care of it? He was really cool about it, because I was really like, I paid with the card, and I guess I went in, whatever, just fucking doing 10 million things at once, but I got off.
I forgot to pay for it. I'm sorry, copper. I forgot to pay because I had a joint burning in the car.
You know what? I might have been high, actually, to be honest with you.
I'm trained to actually go in. I mean, every gas station in the city, you got to go in, pay, and then pump. And that's what I'm used to. I even do it out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Go in and pay and then come out and pump. Like go in and say 20 on whatever.
20 on whatever, or use the card, one of the two. But
Right.
If I'm paying with cash.
QT, and there's another gas station too. Some of the Shell station have those pump start cards to where it looks like a credit card, and you stick it in the thing just like a credit card, and it has all your information on it, and that starts the pump. And then you can go ahead and fill your tank, and if for some reason you pull away, they have all your info. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm that guy that I like to just pump it and go inside and get a cup of coffee and get a donut or whatever, and then pay for everything at one time.
I think that's what I did. And then I went in there and didn't pay, and I'm thinking I paid at the pump for the guy.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, QT's got that card. It's actually, I hated it at first.
What's the mobile Speed Pass?
Speed Pass. You just kind of wave it over the thing. And
I tried waving my dick over that, and I got nothing.
Here, hold on. Let me unzip real quick.
I got $1 worth of gas.
When Jobs died, you kind of thought the Apple 4S, that's what he's going out on, right? Mm-hmm. And it was like, okay, it's fine. And of course, the thing sold out and whatever. But it looks like he left behind even more of something to put his legacy on, the Apple Smart TV. They're making their way through Chinese factories right now. They're saying that the iPhone 4S voice command app could be integrated into a TV system.
Oh, damn.
Which would pretty much change the way you watch TV, too.
All of the remote places are going, oh, shit. All we make is remotes.
Or you walk into a house and you see 18. Oh, this one controls this one, and this one controls.
Right. Oh, I hate those.
Yeah.
So what is it? I don't understand what it's actually just the TV that has the Apple TV built into it?
Yeah.
Because I have Apple TV and it's fucking badass.
Is it really?
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Because and this article went on to say how that it didn't sell very well, and I think they're going to quit offering it or something. I don't know.
Really?
I could be completely wrong.
Everything I can do on my iTunes, I can do on my Apple TV, and it syncs to all my Macs and all that stuff. So I can watch.
They slashed its price from $2.99 to $99, but they said it hasn't made the service a household name yet.
Well, and it's you know what I said, it hasn't sold well. It says that it hasn't sold well compared to the iPhone and the iPad. Nothing is sold
nothing has
well as those two things.
Their computers haven't sold as much as the iPhone and the iPad.
Right. And how would you like to be the guy who's named in this article, Jeff Robin, the software engineer who built iTunes? You think he's sitting in a pretty decent house right about now?
Yeah, you
think he's doing okay?
He's been compensated well for his activity.
He's not wondering if he can supersize next time he goes to the store.
Alex Luke's living right next to him.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh,
Should be
fucker.
calling Alex.
You know what? This just threw something into my head that I saw last night when you talked about the factories. The Chinese factories, it's making its way through the Chinese factories. I saw the Nike documentary last night. Did you see that?
I haven't.
It's called Swoosh: The Story of Nike, and it talks about how they hooked up with Jordan and Barkley and all the professional athletes, and how "Just Do It" became this iconic catchphrase all over the world, and blah blah blah. And that was all the really great stuff. And then they went to commercial and came back and talked about the factories. And an $80 pair of shoes, the factory gets like $2 out of that. And I don't remember all the figures, but the workers, just how horrible the conditions were. And then one guy decided to expose them all, expose how bad the factories were. And they've made a lot of changes, but a bunch of people that work there who had their faces blurred was still talking about how you get screamed at and put down in front of other your fellow employees, and if you don't hit certain quotas, things can happen to you. And the pay obviously is horrible, but the conditions themselves, like air conditioning and whatnot, are a little bit better now, is what they say.
Same story goes along with the people manufacturing products for Walmart and whatnot. It's the same story, and that's why people in China, they're all, crammed into these dorms, ridiculous living conditions, working, hours upon hours for little money, and they get sick of it, and they just hurl themselves, off the top of the building, say, screw this, I didn't sign up for this.
What was it the Walmart dormitories? I remember talking a few months ago about how there was one of these businesses that had a factory, and they keep everybody in certain dorms, and the suicide rate was so high that they wind up putting nets to catch the bodies hanging off of the buildings. I don't know if it was the Walmart one or where it was.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. I mean, that's nuts. the cold medicine out in the St. Charles area is kind of hard to find right now. For some reason, I don't know why, but sales of the over-the-counter cold medicines containing, of course, that the key ingredient to meth surged last month in 3 St. Louis County cities bordering St. Charles County. And I'm trying to figure out why that would be. Oh, because August 30th began requiring prescriptions for products. So everybody was buying them up before you needed a script for it, right?
Where are you going? Every Walgreens within the greater 300-mile area?
Statewide database showed sales of at pharmacies in Bridgeton jumped 81%.
They keep track of those figures nowadays?
Yeah, 81% compared to August. Increases in Maryland Heights and Chesterfield were 59% and 51%. During that same period, sales in all of St. Louis County increased by about 25%, and across Missouri as a whole, it went up 7%. Now, the meth makers, they're saying that the meth makers from St. Charles County are responsible for most of the buying surge across the line. Really, Captain Obvious? I really wouldn't have thought that at all. Of course, the spokesperson for Walgreens says, no, it's just because it's law-abiding citizens in St. Charles County. It's because it's cold and flu season. And allergy season is what it is.
Oh.
That's what he says.
Who wants the sniffles around Thanksgiving?
Biggest increase among the stores in the 3 cities was the Walgreens on St. Charles Rock Road in Bridgeton.
Pass me the yams. Pass me the yams. Pass me the yams.
Got anything soft to eat? I don't have any teeth left. 1,281 packages of the products of pseudoephedrine or ephedrine were sold there in September, almost twice as many as in August. 1,281 packages as opposed to in August 652. Chesterfield Valley Walmart, 815 packages in September, 533 in August. Just a slight increase there. The one on Long Road in in Chesterfield more than doubled. Dorset Road in Maryland Heights almost completely doubled. And it's it's just so freaking obvious. It's ridiculous, right? What are you going to do?
You're going to look at the driver's license that they provided to buy that medication and just pay him a visit. Hey, let's do it. How's the cold? How you doing, officer?
We were just concerned about your cold.
Officer Cocktosin from the county police. How's that cold doing? I don't know, just checking up on you.
I take a look at your bath real quick.
A woman flagged down an undercover officer and then offered him a blowjob. The officer was driving down a street around 8 o'clock when a 45-year-old woman motioned for the guy to stop. Once the officer had stopped, the lady said she would provide oral sex for $25. The officer then negotiated and got her down to $17.
You think he got the blowjob before he arrested her?
And then, of course, she was arrested, also found in her possession a crack pipe in which she said that she used the said pipe to smoke crack cocaine. It's amazing how she put one and one together and got to that conclusion.
And where was the pipe found?
Between her crotch.
Down in her crotch area. This seems like a really nice lady to bring home to mom and dad, don't you think?
So not only the prostitution charge, she got tagged on for the crack pipe.
I mean, if you're jumping in a car with somebody and you sit down, won't that crack pipes are glass, aren't they? Wouldn't it break?
Here, let me go. I'm assuming they're glass.
Yeah, the last I heard, that's what they were.
That's what when you see all the stock footage.
Right.
Crack pipe.
Yeah.
And then they show the big elaborate thing.
Yeah.
Just like the stock footage. Fat people. Oh, there's a fat person walking by. Just the
they
shot
never
from
show
the torso to the mid-thigh. or ban smoking. Oh, here's some guy dragging on a cigarette.
Just showing his chin.
That he should have put out, 13 minutes ago with his yellow stained fingers.
All right, we're not going to say anything since nobody can see us, especially Coach. But raise your hand if you ever had sex in a car.
On, in,
under,
around,
under, around,
between.
While I was changing my oil,
up against, all that. This girl, actually, not bad looking.
Oh, you dropped that.
It. Way to go, Coach. See the picture of the girl? That's not bad, right? That's not bad, right?
No, not at all.
Would you do her in the car?
Sure, why not?
I think I have.
She's accused of violating her probation requirements in order to have sex in a car. And she, according to the article, she was fornicating in a Toyota Corolla.
Well, that's tough.
Yeah. A van, a truck, something. Toyota Corolla. Yeah.
It's got the new audio sync system.
What could be called a case of the coitus in a Corolla went down about almost 11 o'clock. Police officer was just driving around this park, and it was all, the park was all dark because it was late. The lights were turned off. Then he noticed an 04 Toyota Corolla behind the tennis courts. Wonder what they're back there doing. What do they got going on back there?
Playing Corolla tennis.
There were at least 2 balls involved, I'd imagine.
Were they pens?
I think. Quoting the police officer as I approached it.
PNN.
Yes, of course. Is there any other tennis ball?
As I approached it and lit the vehicle with my spotlight, I observed 2 people having sex in the vehicle. One of the people was a 22-year-old named Jennifer K. McFadden. She's on probation with a 9 o'clock to 6 a.m. curfew, as well as a notice of house arrest. So she's supposed to be on house arrest, community control for robbery conviction, and a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. And she's screwing some dude in a Toyota Corolla. Yeah, that girl right there.
What a fucking freak.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like the thieving type.
No, she doesn't at all.
Maybe that's how she gets away with it.
Could be. I told her that was... Let's see. That was okay, except she had not gone. The person who running the halfway house allowed her to leave to go to the store, and they asked that person, and that person said, I told her it was okay. She had not gone to the store and said she was out violating her probation requirements to have sex. I'm very upset with that. The gender, age, and name of the person to which she was doing the sex were not given. The gender. So in my mind, that means she was with another girl, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Who had just turned 18, correct? And she was really hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since they don't tell us, we just make it up on our own, right?
I'm leaning.
That's half the fun of telling the story.
I'm doing the girl in the Corolla because she just turned 18 and she's really hot, right?
Right.
That's the way I'm going for it.
Mark it down. This is not really a big surprise, although it's still shocking to read. Not shocking, just upsetting to read. President of a Christian university in Rome sent anyone not signing a statement which requires staffers to reject premarital sex and adultery faces termination. He says, I think that anybody who adheres to a lifestyle that is outside of what the biblical mandate is and what the board has passed, including the president, will not be allowed to continue in this particular institution.
So it's, if you want to work there, you can't, you got to sign off on that you're not gay, you don't like the gays, you don't like the bisexuals, you don't like the transgenders, you're not having premarital sex. If you are married, you're not committing adultery. If you're committing adultery, it's not with somebody of the same sex.
Yeah, some of the staffers are fearful that a
sign here, please.
Disgruntled co-worker could accuse another of being gay just out of the spite that they were let go.
See, I didn't even think about that.
You know, Joey's gay and Mary likes to lick box, so they should be fired
right. Like
too.
If you and I worked there and I wanted to get you fired, I would say, hey, you know, Thom is doing, violating something of this morals clause.
Have you ever looked into a Mitch?
Yeah. Do a Google search for Thom and Mitch. Just see what you find.
As far as how they conduct their lives on a daily basis, anything outside that is not biblical, we do not accept. So why don't you just go get yourself a copy of the Bible, read it cover to cover, and that's what you should do.
Right.
Anything else is completely 100% off. Grounds.
I mean, I guess if you were a lesbian that gets high every single day and then cheats on your same-sex partner, you probably wouldn't want to work here anyway.
No.
But still.
But everyone's got a closet that no one's looked into.
Right.
I got a couple of them. I need to clean them bastards
I got a whole storage locker. Are you kidding me? Personal lifestyle statement. Employees agree to reject as acceptable all sexual activity not in agreement with the Bible, including but not limited to premarital sex, adultery.
Does that include fucking a bean burrito?
It doesn't. I haven't really. I don't think there's a mention of bean burritos
in the Bible.
In the Bible, yeah. Is there? They don't talk about Mexican food at all in the Bible, do they? As good as Mexican food is, and they don't talk about it in the Bible? That's crap. You know?
Well, perfect. Because I'm switching to a chimichanga here in this next week.
If you could...
Extra crunch.
If you could pull up the before and after pictures of that dude,
I'm up.
So Thom could see him and Coach. Well, there's a white supremacist gang leader.
Coach, you got it. I mean, this is just retarded. Imagine having paint all over your face. And then having it lasered off.
White supremacist gang leader shed his racist beliefs, and then after months of agonizing operations, the tattoos that proclaimed them, this guy was huge. Brian Widner, one of America's most violent and well-known white supremacists, his heavily tattooed face displayed it very, very proudly. He had a change of heart. He decided not to be like that anymore. Him and his wife, who she was also in the white supremacist lifestyle, decided, hey, you know what? This isn't a way to raise our kids. The guy couldn't get jobs. He truly had a change of heart. 25 surgeries, 16 months later. What do you think?
Actually, he doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
After it's all said and done.
The guy's face and neck covered in tattoos. 16 months, 25 laser surgeries later.
Look at the different pictures that you can see the scar.
I mean, you can see the pigmentation is different.
It's almost like he had like an acne problem at one time and they cleared it up, sort of thing.
And like
that one's probably the worst, and I think it's more the shadowing, the lighting. See how that where that arrow was on his head. And
well, all I got to say is it cost him, I would imagine, a lot of money.
Didn't cost him a dime, and it's because they, it cost about $35,000. But what they did once they decided to change their life, this guy she was a member of the National Alliance. He was the founder of the Vinlanders gang of skinheads. And, yeah, right? They settled down. They had a baby. She had younger kids from a previous relationship. They had a baby together, and then they decided, you know what? We just can't do this anymore. Tattooed, brutish symbols all over his body and face, blood-soaked razors, swastikas, the letters hate stamped across his knuckles. And then once he decided, hey, I don't want to be like that anymore, that's fine and good, but how's he going to get a job looking like that? He couldn't do it.
Well, he should have thought about that before he put all that shit on his face.
Right. So what they did was they went to the most unlikely person, and that is a black dude that runs a business for getting the word out and getting people like this guy busted and calling them out on the internet. And they went to what would be their mortal enemy and said, hey, we had a change of lifestyle. We want to make it up. We want to change our ways. And this guy, after talking to him, knew that he was sincere and found a doctor who was willing to donate the services, $35,000 worth of laser surgery.
Good.
Yeah, so now the guy's got a job, he's got his GED, and more importantly, his message of hate is no longer all over his face, which is good.
If you see the picture, it's pretty prominent that he didn't like the other race.
Yeah. He did not like the people with the black skin. This is what we know for sure.
I mean, my God.
You know, above and beyond the tattoo removal, it's just there's two more people that aren't going to be spreading that kind of hate, and it's handing it down to their kids too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's the important thing, and I'll get those pictures and send them to Chelsea, and they'll be up on the website.
Having jumped out of an airplane before is an extremely exhilarating experience.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I've done it once. I want to do it again. I haven't had the chance to, but I would do it again. It's scary as all hell, and the anxiety up to it it's not right. Obviously, it's not normal to jump out of a fucking airplane.
Perfectly functioning airplane, and you're going to jump out of it.
That's 13,000 feet up in the air. Okay, you ready? And when you're, your first time, you're hitched onto the instructor, and there's not very much room. I mean, it's a very uncomfortable position, and he's in front and you're in back, and when you're
used to being in front,
I knew it was coming.
You're pitching for once.
So, you get up to the, open door, and there's wind blowing by, and your suit's flapping in the breeze, and he turns around and you go, "You ready to go?" And you go, "No." But you go anyway, and the first probably 5 to 10 seconds are, and then after a while, you go, okay, there's nothing I can do in this situation. Let's just enjoy it. And you free fall for a little bit, and you go, wow, this is kick ass. And then you do a little, tricks and whatnot. And then you pull the chute, and the glide down actually is the most peaceful part. Because it's just you and the wind, and you're up there, and you're going, oh, cool, there's some trees.
Here comes the ground.
There's some houses. And he knows he'll give you the reins, and you can turn left and right, and this is how you do it. But at the end of the day, he takes you home and land, and you go, wow, that was kick-ass. Let's do that again. Now, Alex Torres, who is a XXX porn star, decided to have the instructor inside her before they made the jump.
As in his penis inside her vagina?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Both completely naked, but they got the get up on and everything like that. He's hard inside her, and they jumped, and they went. They fucked while free falling.
This happened, what, a week or so ago? Something
Yeah.
like that? Yeah.
And it's not going to get him in any trouble with the FAA. They investigated a flying sex stunt involving a part-time skydiving instructor and the porn star from Southern California. The video shows the pair having sex in the plane and then continuing in midair. Federal officials say no regulations were violated. Pilot wasn't distracted, and the pilot had the same high-flying sex shoot, didn't interfere with his duties at the control.
Now, we have pulled up pictures of the racist who got his tattoos removed. I think we need to pull up pictures of Alex Torres, if you don't mind.
ALEXTORRES.
All right.
And while he's pulling that up, you have done this, not the sex part of it, but you've jumped out of an airplane. Could you, in fact, be inside somebody in hard while you're doing this?
It'd be extremely uncomfortable. Obviously, maybe he, she was in front and he got her from the back.
Probably. Yeah, I think that's what it is, actually.
Okay.
Okay. I don't see.
Do we know if this was her first time jumping?
Don't know that, but
she's a porn star. It's not her first time going down. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
The question is can the guy stay hard throughout the whole process?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
because whether it's in the middle of July or May or whenever it is, it's cold.
There's a lot of wind going on. Is it so? It's pretty cold up there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can.
There's a chill in the air.
There's a definite. Ooh, hey, you can feel the wind blowing by your shorts.
Well, so the one time you did it, you weren't thinking, "Boy, I really like to be fucking while I'm doing this."
That was the last thing on my mind. It's like I hope I make it through this experience alive and well.
Hope I don't break my ankles. While he's pulling it,
I'm trying to find a picture of him. I don't know where he's at. Is that him skydiving with her?
That's it. That's the picture I've seen before. Anyway, I was just hoping to just see some porn shots of her.
Yeah, I'd fuck her. That's saying a lot, though, isn't it?
Yeah, really. That just means she's had a pulse in the last 24 hours.
That doesn't even matter.
That really doesn't. I just thought of something to completely take a complete hard right.
Make sure you turn your blinker on.
Is that when we talked about two things, actually, when we were talking in sports. Number one, our friend David Freese is going to be on Letterman tonight.
Leno
tonight, and
La Russa's
going
to be on Letterman.
Yeah,
and,
I forgot to mention that.
And I'd meant to mention that, too. And how interesting will that La Russa interview be now?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
That's going to really override anything David Freese has to say.
I don't know. I think I'd rather watch David Freese because you don't see and hear interviews with David Freese every single day.
Hometown guy.
So I was at Walmart in Eureka yesterday doing our weekly donation of $300 to the Walmart family or the Walton family. And this lady that we inevitably every single Sunday, she is our checker. Like every single Sunday, just about.
Has she gotten to know the Burton family?
Oh, yeah. And so they all had their Cardinal gear on. This was on Sunday. This was yesterday. And she had a Cardinal shirt on, so I said something to the effect of, I bet you guys sold a hell of a lot of Cardinal, merchandise over the last couple of days. She said, oh, my gosh, yeah, people were buying that, and we sold it all out and got more and sold that out. We started talking about the Cardinals. And the cashier behind us said, oh, did you hear David Freese was down the street today? And my cashier was like, no, really, what? And she said, yeah, a customer came in and said that they saw David Freese at Great Clips right down this, because the strip mall right next to Walmart has a Great Clips in it. Mm-hmm. And he was in there getting his hair cut for his big Leno appearance. And everybody in there was like, oh, my God, you're David Freese. Signed autographs for everybody. Somebody gave him shit about going to a Great Clips. You're the MVP of the World Series. I can't believe you're going to a Great Clips for a haircut. He said, I'm just an everyday guy like everybody else. Signed autographs for everybody and took off. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool.
How much has that guy's life changed?
A lot.
You know what I mean?
How much of the bank account has changed?
Well, I read on Twitter that somebody said he was a free agent as of yesterday or something like that, but I didn't think that was true.
No,
Do you know?
No. Freeze is not a free agent.
Well, they must have. You know what? Maybe they're talking about Molina because they had to pick up his option. Maybe
Yeah,
that's what it was.
That's got to be it.
What are they paying him? Do we even
no
know?
idea.
Not that it matters.
I don't know.
I saw
it's
it.
not much.
No, I saw it's less than $1 million, right?
Yeah.
It was like $600 and something thousand, which I'd be okay with that.
It's going to go up.
Yeah,
You think it's going to go up?
it's definitely going to go up. But I meant to relay that story during sports. I mean, how does your life change when you're at Great Clips down the street and it spreads throughout E-Town's Walmart? David Freeze is down the street getting his haircut.
I would think that sports agents would have this under wrap, but wouldn't it be in every MLB player's contract that if you are the MVP of a division series, World Series, anything, that there's a added
I
clause?
think you get a bonus.
Oh yeah, everybody gets a lot of money.
Yeah.
Every single player does. I think even we talked about this before. Even Ryan Franklin's getting playoff money, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why they're so excited. They get a cut of that extra money. So do the losers, right? Didn't you talk about that?
Yeah, losers get like 80, and then the winners get 140, something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be all right. I'd like to be a loser. Oh wait, I am. Sorry, never mind.
And I didn't get shit.
There was a guy who was quite thirsty who stabbed a man with a corkscrew after he burst into an apartment building in search of the beer that he wanted. There was a guy who forced his way into the building, blah, blah, blah. Around 4 o'clock in the morning, he headed straight for the fridge in one apartment, then punched a man and left when he couldn't find any beer. In the second apartment, he struggled with a guy who he stabbed in the back with a pocket corkscrew.
Oh.
Victim needed 22 stitches.
Can you imagine how that felt? A corkscrew, right? Getting stabbed with it bad enough to where you need 22 stitches.
He almost had to rip
Right,
that
they
down.
had to pull.
That's not a stabbing. That's a scratch.
That had to pull just a little. You know what I mean? Ow. A little tugging.
Then he threatened a cop, saying, "I live in the district. I'm going to kill your ass. You can't lock me up forever." And then he asked the officer if he wanted some AIDS.
Would you like some AIDS?
And spat at the police officer.
Where are you at in life when you're spitting on a cop? I mean, really? And then saying, do you want some AIDS?
Oh, I've done that. Been there.
No, the police officer's got to be going, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Not for AIDS.
I don't want anything to do with anything. Can I just go home, please?
Oddly enough, this guy has criminal convictions for aggravated battery and domestic battery. Oh, so he beats his wife, too. Real nice guy. He's charged with 2 counts of home invasion, aggravated battery, and aggravated battery of a police officer. What do you think he looked like when they got him to the station?
I would imagine a few. Oh, I'm sorry. He slipped getting into the squad car.
He hit his head on the squad car 12 times.
We couldn't get the door open, so we used his face.
Yeah. I'm not going to say the police officers that I know, but I've been told more than one occasion that has happened. There's a certain phrase that they use with the captain when they get him back there, or the sergeant, or whatever.
He was a little hard to handle.
Yeah, he
hate your ass face.
he just wouldn't listen, and that tells your superiors that you beat the crap out of him to get him to quit spitting on you. So,
and it all goes back to the same thing we always say, that if you do what they tell you to do in a timely fashion, that probably won't happen to you.
Yeah, you do what the cops ask you to do. You wake up with less scabs.
I just got pulled over last week.
Right,
because I didn't have a license plate on the front of my car.
Right.
And
do you have one on the front of your car now?
I still got to get the zip ties.
Okay.
I got some. If you need some.
I know. That's what I was going to ask you as soon as we're done with this. Because I'm
a man of many trades. I am.
I'm afraid to go through, and if the cop pulls me over, he's going, all right, now you're, because he didn't write me a ticket. But nonetheless, when the cop approached, I happened to have a cigarette going, and I kept the cigarette up. I kept my hands up, and as he approached, I said out the window, I'm going to open up the ashtray, and I'm going to extinguish the cigarette. He said, thank you, sir. And I did so. He said, license, registration, insurance. I said, I'm now going to the glove compartment where I'm opening the glove compartment. I mean, I'm like that because I don't want to be misconstrued in any way, shape, or form.
Right, yeah.
I am now reaching under my seat to grab my Glock 9 to blow you in the face.
No, but
Go ahead, sir. Thank you for warning me.
I don't even want to be in a situation where he thought I was doing something wrong and I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Hey, my insurance card is in the glove box next to my weed. Do you mind if I grab? Is that going to be okay? You didn't mention.
Just saying.
So you didn't wind up getting a ticket, right?
No, and he said, so when do you plan on taking care of that? I said, obviously sooner than later. He said, that's a good answer. You
are the ideal citizen that I have fucked with today. Thank you, sir, and have a great day.
He was incredibly nice. He didn't fuck with me. He just kind of wanted to make sure everything was on the up and up.
I got pulled over with Coach in the back of the car once.
Oh, no.
And he said, have you been drinking? I said, no, but this guy's hammered. And he's back there swaying. Him and Marlo were in the car. I got off.
I totally forgot about that. And that was only like 2 weeks ago.
Hey, I was in the back of their car on their wedding anniversary when they were trying to go fuck.
It was our wedding night, not our anniversary.
Our wedding night.
It was me on the anniversary, right?
right,
It was him on the wedding night. Let's run down again. November 9th at Ballyhoo is the next time we're going to be out live doing this show that we do live on a stage, I'm assuming. There's a stage there?
There is a stage.
Ballyhoo, and where's Ballyhoo? That's the one on 94, right?
94 and Wolfram Road. It's the old Twisters.
Okay.
If you're familiar with that in St. Charles.
November 9th, and we don't have all the specifics yet, but as soon as we get them, we'll let everybody know. But probably around 8 o'clock-ish is when we're going to do our show. And then, more importantly, Stripper Pole Showdown. So if you fancy yourself, you can, swing yourself around the pole half naked. Go to Facebook, facebook.com/Stripper Pole Showdown. It'll give you all the information, I guess, how to sign up, what you got to do, prices, those sorts of things. November 9th, Ballyhoo, that's when we're going to be there.
I'm excited to do another live show. I don't know.
Me too. I can't wait. It feels like it's been forever.
I know.
Because it has.
We missed the stage.
It has been forever.
The stage is calling us.
I have to go get an outfit.
Okay.
Well, I got one for you. It's
You
the
never-
blue tux.
You
I'm
never
sure you
know
do.
when Mitch is going to be there. You never know when Mitch might show up.
With that being said, we'll try to do it again tomorrow. Big hugs.
See you guys.
That's a wrap.